Dear students, Salam Alaikum. Today we shall do topic 9, namely tangents. We'll start with the definition, then go on to find the equations of tangents. See, tangent is a very special straight line which just touches the curve in a plane at a point. See, I repeat, tangent is a very special straight line which just touches the curve in a plane at a point. In this diagram, you can see purple color or pink color is your parabola, some curve with the name parabola, and this yellow color is the tangent. It touches at one point. We are only interested at one point and nothing else. At that point, the tangent will touch the curve. At the remaining curve and the remaining tangent, anything is possible. What is possible? They can intersect. Intersect means to cut. The straight line can become the asymptote, or it can become tangent at another point. But we'll not worry about what's happening to the rest of the line and the rest of the curve. We are only going to talk about one point. Now the tangent is also called a tangent line. That word line appears extra to me, so I'm going to use the word only tangent. Now in order to find the equation of the tangent, we should know the equation of a straight line, because tangent is a special straight line. So there are many ways to write the equation of a straight line. We shall be using point slope form. See, a straight line is characterized by two distinct points. So you can take a white paper, put 2 points, join it, you'll get a straight line and name those points as A and B. But what we'll do is, sometimes the line is going up, sometimes the line is going down, sometimes it is vertically up, sometimes it is horizontal. So that has to do with the slope. If the slope is positive, the line goes up. If the slope is negative, the line goes down. If the slope is zero, the line remains horizontal. We saw the horizontal asymptotes, something like that. Now, this has nothing to do with asymptotes. It has nothing to do with that chap. Now, we need two things to fix the line. The thing which we are going to choose is the slope and the point. The point is x1, y1, and the slope will come with the help of the derivative. In your school geometry, the slope can come from another mechanism, but for us, it is a course in calculus, so for us, the mechanism is the derivative. The derivative will give you the slope at that point only. Now, x1, y1 is the point and m is the slope. Now, what is it? The slope is given by f prime. Here, the derivative is given f prime x1. So you calculate the derivative and put x equal to x1. This long line means at x equal to x1. That is your slope. And the equation of the line is y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. M is a number which is a slope. Slope can be negative, positive, or 0. And x1, y1 is a point, so they are also numbers. Only y and x are not numbers in this equation. So the straight equation of the straight line is y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1, where the slope m is equal to the derivative defined at the point x equal to x1 and m is a number. So after you do some algebra on this equation, the equation can also look like y equal to mx plus c, where c is a number equal to y1 minus mx1. When you do the number questions, you will see this. Now we have to note down few important points. Point 1. M is a number, the slope m is a number, and it can be negative, positive, or 0. Now the slope is equal to the tangent of the angle. See, this straight line is making an angle with the x-axis, small angle here. So that angle, if you take the tangent, you will get the slope. So slope equal to tangent theta. We are not going to use this concept, but you should know what the angle is, the line is making with it, with the x-axis. Now the third point is, whenever you are using sine, cosine, and the remaining four trigonometric ratios, there are 6 ratios: sine, cosine, tangent. 1 by sine equal to cosecant, 1 by cos equal to secant, and 1 by tangent equal to cotangent, and their inverses. You have to use radians, so please fix radians in your calculator when you are doing any calculus calculations involving sine, cosine, and the other four ratios. Now first we'll discuss the straight line, one problem, then we'll go over to the tangents. Example for the straight line. Find the equation of a straight line passing through the point 2, 3 having the slope m 5. Now please remember we write x, y always. We have seen it here also. The point is x, y, x1, y1. If there are 2 points, we'll have x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now the point is x1, y1, so x1 equal to 2 and y1 equal to 3. First is x, second is y. Just remember the order. Same order which you have in the English language in this case. Now the slope is m equal to 5, so y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1, y minus 3 equal to 5 into x minus 2. Now you can open these brackets and do some algebra. So this is the equation of your straight line. Now open the bracket, you will get 5x minus 10. Take this minus 3, it will become plus 3 on the right hand side. When you go across equal to, the sign changes from plus to minus and minus to plus. 5x minus 10 plus 3 is 5x minus 7. So your equation will always have the form y equal to mx. M is the slope 5 given in the question, and this number you have calculated like this. So your starting equation will be y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1, and your final equation will be y equal to mx, because this minus y1 you will bring this side and open the bracket. You will get y equal to mx plus c, where c equal to y1 minus mx1. You don't have to memorize the value of c. You can open the bracket and check it. Take the y1 this side, you will get y1 mx minus mx1. So minus mx1. There is no need to memorize this value of c. You can open the bracket and see, but you should remember y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. So tangent is a straight line, a very special straight line which touches the curve at one point. We'll do one question with a diagram, then you'll understand better. Now this is your problem number 1. Find the equation of a tangent line to the function y equal to 3x square at x equal to 1. Now here y1 is not given, x1 equal to 1. Now what do? You calculate y1 equal to f of x1. So put 1 as the value of x. So 3 into 1 square, you get 3 into 1 equal to 3. So your y1 equal to 3 and x1 equal to 1. So your point x1 comma y1 is 1 comma 3. Now the slope comes from the derivative. See, the geometric meaning of the slope is, of the derivative is slope. At that point, slope you can calculate at a particular point only. So the derivative of 3x square is 6x. 3 will come out, derivative of x square is 2x, 3 into 2, 6. So the derivative is 6x. Now you have to calculate at x equal to x1 equal to 1. So 6 into 1 is 6. So you can write the slope in two ways. Now 6x is the derivative, so the slope is f prime 1, 6 into 1 equal to 6. Some people write it like this. So, but I prefer the second method. This method looks better to me. If you want any other method, you can do it, but you should get the slope as 6. The derivative of 3x square is 6x. You put x equal to this value given in the question. And y1 you have to calculate in many questions. So the slope is 6. Now the state of the equation of the tangent is y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus 3, y1 is 3, m is 6, x minus 1, because x1 equal to 1. So this is the equation of your tangent finished. You are back home with the tangent. But sometimes it's better to write it in a different form. So y minus 3, you open the bracket, you will get 6x minus 6. Now take this minus 3 this side, it will become plus 3, you will get 6x minus 3. So you can write the equation of the tangent like this or like this, but the second form is more useful in your multiple choice questions. Now let's look at the diagram. Now the diagram is, the black diagram is the curve. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, y equal to 3x square, and the point is 1 comma 3 and y equal to 6x minus 3. Now look, if this number is negative, so it is cutting here. If the number is positive, it will cut above. Not in this curve, some other curves. If the number is 0, it will pass through the origin. So this C number is very important. That's why we write it in this C form. Y equal to mx plus C. That means it is going to cut below the x-axis. If it is positive, it will cut here. If it is negative, it will cut here. Now what's the line angle between the blue line and the x-axis? Theta equal to tan inverse m. Tan inverse 6 is about 80.53 degrees. Or you should use radians. You'll get 1.4 radians. C means radians. This round circle means degrees. In the other questions, we are not going to draw any diagram and I am not going to calculate the angle. This was a very long example, not simple example, but the first example. So we saw the angle and we saw the diagram. In the other questions, there will be no diagrams and no angles. There will be only slope and the point. Now next question. Find the equation of a tangent line at the point 2 comma 6 on the graph of the function f of x equal to x cube minus 4x plus 6. Both x1 and y1 are given. If y1 is not given, you have to calculate f of x1, then you'll get y1. You can do it now also here. Put x equal to 2. 2 cube minus 4 into 2 plus 6. 8 minus 12 plus 6. And you'll get the value 6. 8 minus 12 minus 8 plus 6. You'll get the value. 2 cube is 8 minus 8 is 0 plus 6. And 6 is the answer. Let me repeat. 2 cube is 8, 8 minus 8 is 0, plus 6 is 0 plus 6 is 0, so you have got the 6. Don't worry about this calculation. You can only check whether the question is correct or not, but it is of no use. You have to find the answer, not the errors in the question. So x1 equal to 2, y1 equal to 6. Now find the derivative. Now how many things are there? 1, 2, 3 with one subtraction and one addition. So you are going to do addition subtraction. Derivative of x cube is 3x square, derivative of minus 4x is minus 4, and derivative of 6 is 0. So we will get 3x square minus 4 plus 0, which is equal to 3x square minus 4. Now you want to find the slope. The slope you can find by the other method or this method. I prefer this method. You put slope is f prime x1, which is f prime x at x equal to x1, x equal to x1 equal to 2, put x equal to 2 here. So 3 into 2 square minus 4. 3 into 4 is 12. Minus 4 you write in each step. 12 minus 4 is 8. So 8 is the slope at the point 2 comma 6. We are talking about one single point. We do not know what the slope is at other points. At every point you have to calculate the slope individually. So the slope is 8. So the equation of the tangent is over here. Y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. M is equal to 8, y1 is 6 and x1 is 2 in the bracket. Now open the bracket, you will get y minus 6 equal to 8x minus 16. 8 into 2 is 16. Now take this minus 6 this side, minus 16 plus 6 is minus 10. So the equation of the straight line is also the same line. You can write it like this or you can write it like this. This is a special straight line which we call it as tangent. The figure is optional and the angle is also optional. Next question. Find the equation of the tangent at the line x equal at the point x equal to 2 on the graph of the function f of x equal to x power 4 minus x square plus 10. Now y1 is not given here, but x1 is given, x1 equal to 2. If you want, you can give it another name because the question doesn't have a name, the answer doesn't have a name. Only the middle steps have a name. So at x1 equal to 2, so you put, so y1 will be equal to f of x1 because y equal to f of x. Put x1 equal to 2, 2 power 4 minus 2 square plus 10, minus 2 square plus 10, 2 power 4 is 16, minus 4 plus 10. Do this very carefully, do not make any mistake, and y1 equal to 22. So your point is x1 comma y1, which is 2 comma 22. Now find the derivative. Derivative will be derivative of x power 4 is 4x cube. Derivative of x square is 2x, and remember there is a minus in the middle, so write minus in the middle here also. Derivative of 10 is 0. See, this number has no contribution to the slope. Whether you put 100 here or 200 here, it will become 0. So your slope comes from the x part of the function, not the number part. So this number goes away. So it is 4x cube minus 2x, which is 4x cube minus 2x. Now the slope is m equal to f prime x at x equal to x1, 4x cube minus 2x at x1 equal to 2. You put 4 into 2 cube minus 2 into 2. 4 into 2 cube is 4 into 8, which is 32. Minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. 32 minus 4 is 28. So the slope is 28 at the point 2 comma 22. Y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. You have to memorize this equation of the straight line where m is the slope and x1 y1 is the point. Y minus 22 because y1 is 22 and x1 is 2. X minus 2 is in bracket. You open this bracket, you will get 28x minus 56. Take this minus 22 this side, it becomes plus 22. Minus 56 plus 22 is minus 34, 28x remains. So y equal to mx minus 34. Now this will also, the tangent will cut in the negative part of the y-axis. Now we have a trigonometric question. Find the equation of a straight line f of x to sine 2x at x equal to pi by 3. Please remember this is radians and we are not going to use degrees in this. F of x equal to sine 2x, x1 equal to pi by 3. Now calculate y1. y1 equal to f of x1, which is f of pi by 3, sine into of 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3, the sine will be root 3 by 2. Because 2 pi by 3 is sine 120, which is cos 30, which is root 3 by 2, 0.866. So if you want, you can write root 3 by 2. If you remember your school trigonometry, if you don't remember, put it in the calculators. In using radians, you'll get 0.866. Now the point is x1 comma y1 equal to pi by 3 root 3 by 2. If you want, you can change this pi by 3 to numbers. You will get 1 point something. And this root 3 by 2 is 0.866. Now to find the slope, what the derivative of sine u? Derivative of sine u is u prime cos u. So you will get cos 2x into derivative of 2x. Derivative of 2x is 2. 2 is a number, so we keep it on the left. So the derivative is 2 cos 2x. Now the slope is at x equal to pi by 3. So 2 into cos 2 pi by 3. 2 cos, now 2 into pi by 3. So this is minus half. The calculator will write it as minus 0.5. Into 2 you will get minus 1 is the slope at this particular point. The equation of the tangent is y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. Y minus root 3 by 2 equal to minus 1 into x minus pi by 3 because the slope is minus 1. So we are writing the full slope here. Now you take this minus root 3 by 2 this side, open the bracket, you will get minus x plus root 3 by 2. This minus 1 into minus pi by 3 will give you plus pi by 3. This is it. Please remember to use radians. Now the last question of today. Find the equation of the tangent line f of x equal to tan x at x equal to pi by 4. These numbers are going to be easy. Y equal to f of x equal to tan x and x1 equal to pi by 4. So y1 equal to f of x1, which is f of pi by 4. Tan pi by 4 is exactly 1. Those who remember their school geometry will know this. Otherwise, put it in your calculator. Pi by 4, we have discussed in the class how to put pi by 4 in the calculator. If you still have questions, ask me in the next class. So your point is x1 comma y1 equal to pi by 4 comma 1. Now the slope of tangent is secant square x. Now your calculator does not have secant most of the time. So what you do is the slope is secant square x at x1 equal to pi by 4. But secant is 1 by cos. So secant square will become 1 by cos square at x equal to x1 equal to pi by 4. You put this value, you will get exactly 2. If you use your school geometry, if your calculator, if you put only few numbers for pi by 4, cos pi by 4 is root 2 by 2, which is 0.707. So if you take only 3-4 decimal places, you may not get 2, you might get 2.01 or 2.1 or 1.99. It depends. You will get a number little more than 2, 2.1 something. So do not worry about it. It is still correct. So y minus y1 equal to, now this is the equation of your tangent. Y minus 1, because 1 is the point here. Pi by 4 comma 1. So y is 1. Y minus y1. Slope is 2 into x minus pi by 4. Open the bracket, you will get 2x. This minus 1 will come this side. 2 into minus pi by 4 is minus pi by 2. So it is y equal to 2x plus 1 minus pi by 2. Pi by 2 is about 1.57. So this 1 minus pi by 2 is a negative number. It will cut below the x-axis. You should try to visualize it. Please go to that website and draw the graphs which I had shown you. This derivative calculator will help you to see the derivatives and its graph and the values. Okay, so this much know-how is sufficient for tangents of explicit functions. For implicit functions, we'll do some more tangents again in another lecture. Thank you. See you in the next class.